So while I waited for my car to make the trek from Texas to Wisconsin, I decided to have my wall charger installed. With a licensed electrician, it was a quick and easy installation, with a clean looking final result. So the car finally arrived at about 3 a.m. The truck driver dropped it off about a quarter mile from my house. My wife was kind enough to drop me off and head back home. I just hoped that the car would make it and there would be no issues. However, getting in the car, there were a few error messages. I was just happy to have the car in my garage, and that was a real thing after being worried sick that it had been taken advantage of. I figured I'd get some sleep and tackle it in the morning.
All right, Tesla came in at 3 a.m. last night. The whole delivery process was a nightmare. I'll put up a video separate to that. But the car did come from Texas. I had the third-party assessor, looked at it, I had pictures of the instrument cluster, no errors, rolled it off the trailer last night, low coolant warning, performance, that might be degraded, blah, 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 a bunch of other messages on there. So I'm not sure if the coolant's just low, if there's, difference. Obviously, it's, 20 degrees here versus where it came from in Texas. If the temperature changed, maybe some of the coolant, level is lower or perceived lower because of that. Either way, what I'm going to do is I open up the frunk. I'm going to pop this frunk out and take a look and see if, I'm not sure where the coolant level is. I can just have just kind of a visual check of that. But pulled out the frunk. There's a rubber gasket that goes up around here, so just peel that over. It looks like it's going to be a little tedious to get that in just perfect. But after that, the cloth frunk inlay just lifted right out, and then I got two 8mm bolts here, and then I think a 13mm bolts up there, and I'm just going to lift it out now and have a look. And sure enough, I forgot there was actually two little, look like adjustable hood mounts I have to unscrew, and these plastic things can come off, shields. So once you unscrew those, the whole thing pretty much lifts out. But sure enough, coolant level, way low down here. So I'm going to need to find some Tesla coolant. And I actually wonder if it's the same type of coolant that I have for my BMW. I know it's specialty, so it's, I forget the specifics. I looked it up just a moment ago. So I'm going to have a look. It's definitely not standard coolant, so don't just grab any coolant and pour it in there. And but we'll have a look. But other than that, here's the front motor of the Tesla. Cool. Everything looks tidy. So, all right.
So I had my first experience with Tesla service. I gave them a call to ask them about the coolant. They couldn't tell me which type of coolant to use, and that I would have to take it in for service at the nearest service center, which is an hour and a half away from my house. I did some research. I had some extra BMW coolant left over from the previous car that I owned. I put it in there, had no issues. I still had some warning indicators on the dashboard. The most noticeable issue was the performance may be degraded message that I continued to see on my dashboard. Turns out the car needed a battery heater. Tesla is more than happy to send out a service technician to your house to fix anything on the low voltage system. Anything on the higher voltage side of the car, above 12 volts, requires it to be taken to the service center.
So I did have to end up getting service on the, I think it's going to be the battery heater. So I came down here to Hyde Park Tesla Service Center, about an hour away from my house, a little over. They're not quite open yet. I just showed up, and that is just kind of odd. So a row of Teslas all with their running lights on and nobody around. Not quite sure I get it, but it's kind of cool. Anyway, so this will be my experience with Tesla service. They're setting me up with a loaner car in the process. It's pretty nice considering my car is out of warranty. So yeah, we'll see. Battery heater. And hopefully we'll get the performance back all the time. And
So I got my car back in about a week. They gave me a comparable loaner car, which was very nice. Turns out it was the battery heater. I now have full performance all the time, no issues there. I'll keep everybody updated on the progress as the year goes on with owning a used Tesla. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in.